For the first time in all my years of hosting Bella, I am barefoot. I'm not in heels. And there is a reason for that. That's because we are here with an orthotist, Dr. Edmund Lee, who's going to diagnose my feet. That's right. All of you out there who are wondering, why is my feet painful, arched properly, not arched properly?
Yes.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning. Hi. Good. Great.
Okay, so you are a foot expert. Tell me, what does an orthotist do?
Well, basically, orthotist is a profession that we design orthotics, and we prescribe orthotic shoes and braces for people who suffer from foot problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so basically you take a look at my feet and tell me what you see. So am I supposed to stand on this light box here?
Basically, you're supposed to stand on top, and then from that, it's like you can see basically the arches wise as well. Basically, in terms of we have flat feet, high arch, or even pronated feet as well.
Okay.
Looking at it, is like you have what we call quite mild pronated. Basically, ideally
left or right?
Right side as well. By the way, it should be in this position. Yeah. So basically, your feet tends to fairly roll in a way as well. But
and then what about my left side?
Fair. I think probably looking at your right side slightly more compared to your left side.
Okay. Okay. So it pronates.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, why is it that there's like 80% of Malaysians are flat-footed?
Well, looking at it, there's no specific study, but it's like due to what we are barefoot culture as well. We don't wear any shoes. That's what ideally, if you really want to protect our feet, is like by right we should start wearing a good pair of shoes to start protecting.
Okay, okay. Or you have orthotics put in your shoes.
Yes.
So what does this do?
Well, the orthotics' main objective is to realign the feet. Looking at our feet pipes is like we have forefoot or probably midfoot, and the rear foot of it is like our tendency of our alignment.
Okay.
What the orthotics do exactly like what we wearing glasses is try to realign the position of it. Yeah.
With whatever shoes that we wear, we can put this in.
Yes, probably.
But not in our high heels.
High heel, we have a specific type of high heel version of insole that we can put in high heel.
Are high heels actually really damaging to a woman?
Yes, in a way that is like it does damage. Basically putting a lot of pressure on the forefoot, and then it's like causing a lot of what we call metatarsal or probably like bunion cases with very tight shoe fitting. And then tendency is like a lot of models or even who stand on high heel all the time, they probably have short Achilles tendon, and then tendency they have pain, and then probably they need a lot of stretching as well.
Okay, okay. So you would advise people to actually go and get their feet tested?
They have to get their feet checked. Is like important thing is like eye or even our feet is more important as well. It's like we have to get that checked probably once a year.
So what happens if you don't? I mean, why is it so important to get your feet checked?
Because it's exactly the same thing. Like, do you drive a car, right? Like, everyone drives a car. It's like the same thing. If the wheel does out of alignment, and then probably you keep causing a lot of problems to the car as well. Same thing with feet is like it will cause like knee pain and back pain. You're probably looking at giving some signal when you're having pain as well.
Okay, okay. So it's important to take care of your feet. We forget that because it's the last place you actually look at. But
yeah, it's less important. Yeah.
We take it for granted, and we actually need to use it.
Right. Yes.
A lot, right?
A lot of time, all the time.
Right, right. I mean, a lot of people I've been talking to recently, I mean, we do a lot of gym work, and I'm going to try and start running and stuff like that. But I get shin pain when I run. Is it due to my feet?
It's due to your feet as well. It's like the shin splints. Like basically we have two types. There's what we call inside and medial lateral side as well.
Yeah.
Tendency, if you have shin splint, tendency is like your feet tends to roll in fair bits as well. When rolling fair bit as well, this muscle tends to pull.
Okay.
And that's why you get the pain, and you give you some signals like your feet is not in right alignment.
So basically, to come in to see someone like you...
Yes, we try to get your right alignment and get your feet
fixed. And you
would
mold this according to a person's feet. I mean, your orthotics. Why am I still standing on this
Right,
thing?
okay. So important-wise is like what we do is we cast the orthotics according to your alignment, what we call the ideal position of the feet, or what we call as a neutral position of the feet.
And you have, I mean, people all have very different foot types.
Yeah.
But people with flat feet, I mean, like, what can it cause? I mean, in the long run, if you don't take care of it or, don't have it molded into something else.
Yeah. For flat feet one, ideally we should have an arch. It's like as we became born, it's like we should have an arch. What the arch does is basically for shock absorption. If you don't have an arch basically flat, it will cause a lot of like pain on your knee, and then it's like you'll probably aggravate to your back as well.
So flat-footed people will have a lot of injuries or pain
Yes. I give you an example as well, like compare chicken and the duck, is like who run faster. Of course it's chicken, right? Because duck has flat.
Oh yeah.
So those people who has
food for thought.
Yes, basically in terms of like flat, it causes later on the arch pain, and then it's like slowly they probably have like arthritis later stage in their life as well.
Okay. So people, what kind of different foot types are there? I mean, like, you know, besides the flat foot. So do I have an arch knot in my foot?
You do have an arch. It's quite a beautiful arch as well as like, but when you understand,
beautiful arch.
tends to roll in fair bit as well. Probably you cause some like pain on your knee as well.
Yeah, you're right. You know, so get a pair of
orthotics as well. Try to realign.
Okay. And besides that, you know, I mean, you know, if you don't, let's say, do something about it in the long term, what are the long term, you know, effects it would have on your body?
Long-term effects is like wearing, probably not wearing orthotics while we have foot problems as well. Will probably give you more signal in terms of like pain. A lot of people, or probably a lot of ladies as well, they have suffering knee pains, but they always thought it's from knee, but they never really thought is the root of the cause is from the feet.
Okay.
And even second thing is like probably like back pain or pelvis pain is like, it's interlinked. Because it's like when we feet is not right alignment, the foundation is not right alignment, it causes more pain on knee and back, even neck pain as well.
Correct. It's all the pain I experience. So people should come to you and take a look, and you know, so that it can eliminate all these injuries and
it's much more prevention important.
That's
we always believe that it's like we have to do something before it's too late. So like feet as well is like if you have severe pain as well, you have to start looking at it. It's like a normal pair of feet shouldn't have any pain.
Okay, the normal pair of feet. What is a normal pair of feet?
Well, ideally, there's what we call is like a normal pair of feet that you shouldn't have any problem like pain or even calluses or hard skin as well. Even like hard skin, it does give you a signal in terms of your...
So let's say someone is flat-footed and you put this in their shoe, it will create an arch for them.
For children, yes, it's like for adults mainly more supporting. Yeah, for children is like...
So you won't be able to mold, I mean, as an adult. But as a child, we can still
mold it before age of like 14 as well. There's still high chance of basically putting back in the right position. Yeah.
So parents out there with kids below the age of 14, you know, it's imperative actually you should come and see, you know, a doctor such as yourself to get their feet checked.
Yes.
Cool. Excellent. And besides that, I mean, you know, is it a very lengthy procedure? Do you have to wait for a long time?
The process is like we have to get important wise when you come to our centers. Is like you get your feet checked and making sure the right alignment is like what sort of, we're looking much more degrees. It's like more, it's not just supporting your arch. And then second thing, we'll take a plaster of cast and then do a casting molding and do a gait analysis from that. It's like looking about probably a couple of weeks you can get a pair of orthotics in so as well. Okay.
Cool. I always thought that, you know, everybody can run, but you know, learning what I've learned recently, you know, it's not everyone can do it. I mean, because of you know, the way the foot is actually molded. You know, it's tough. So, but would you recommend running as an orthotist?
Well, definitely everyone should run. It's like probably everyone can run as well. It's like, but the only advice that I could do all the runners probably should get a decent or probably a good pair of shoe. And then second thing is a good pair of orthotics as well, because it's like we don't have a perfect fit in this world. It's like every sportsman or every runners have their own like foot alignment issue. So important wise to get a good pair of shoe to support so that they can probably run better and run faster even.
And for women who love to be in high heel shoes, what's your advice to them?
High heel shoes is basically the main important thing is like we cannot stop everyone from wearing high heels as well as like they should wear the high heel appropriate times, like their function or dinner, they should really wearing high heel shoe as well. But important wise is like you have to do a lot of stretching, calf stretching. Basically it's like because over the years of wearing years of wearing high heel shoe as well as like the shortening of the calf muscles, and then it will cause a lot of like back pain and even pelvic pain as well as like so important to do a lot of calf stretching.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Doc, for coming and sharing all this with us.
No problem.
And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people after this will definitely come and find you. I'll come find you after this too. Okay, and with that, we've come to the end of today's show. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to watch the show tomorrow. We're talking, this is what we have for you on tomorrow's show. Okay, unfortunately we're running out of time, but tomorrow is going to be a very interesting show on Bella Society. We're going to be talking about hating yourself and why you shouldn't. So don't forget to watch the show with me, Elaine Daly, on tomorrow. If you missed today's show, you can always go to www.tonton.com.my. I'll see you. Bye. Have a great Monday.